Hello, everybody. This is Daniel Richardson, and this is the commentary track for the death of an aristocratic family. Yes, I'm doing a commentary for a less than 5 minute short. Not a whole lot I can really throw on here that I didn't cover in the documentary. Please go check it out if you want the full story about this. But right here, I will say, I guess what I can add to this. I will say, the one thing about TPS, I will never, I'm never delusional about is we have really bad equipment, cheap equipment. We definitely need better cameras, better audio equipment. I mean, you name it, we need it. Now, some of this looks really bad, but honestly, once I went back and reviewed it, it really kind of fit the tone of the movie. The rest of the movie looks fine, like right, all this stuff looks pretty clear and whatnot. But as far as the actual the opening there, pretty grainy, pretty dark. If I could do that over, I'd probably lighten it up a little bit. But I don't know. Overall, it kind of fits the aesthetic there. So here I am, acting. I'm using quotations you can't see. Acting traumatized, disturbed by what I saw. Which, when you see the horror movie stuff on the wall behind me, you know I'm full of shit already. But whatever. There's Josh Chaney, the executive producer slash co-star of this little short. He was not completely sold on this story, but god damn it, he's a trooper, and that's one thing I will say about him. He will stick by you no matter what, and this is a prime example of that. But I picked him not just because he's the executive producer slash vice president of the company. I picked him because honestly, I didn't trust anybody else to do this with me because I knew I'd be saying some really fucked up shit. I'd be saying some really, messed up, whatever stuff. And I didn't want anybody to, just start breaking. Because even the ones who, get my sense of humor or know it's a joke, I didn't want them laughing or whatever. Or I didn't want them, just in disgust and just, walk out mid-take or whatever. And he's the only person I know that literally, he's, the best co-star when it comes to, improvising. Because that's all we do here at TPS. It's we have bullet points we hit, but everything is improvised, top of our heads. We just kind of go at it. I will plan out these monologues weeks in advance in my head, but nothing's written down. There is no script. It's just, and then when you get out there, you just kind of feel how it's going one way or another. And I'm very fortunate, to have him in my team here because he's just, he's perfect at it. He's the kind of guy who can roll with it no matter what the emotion, no matter what the scene is. If it's comedy or in this case, very dramatic, he can ride it out regardless. So definitely appreciative of that. Got some lotion back there. It looks like some Kleenexes. My character must have been rubbing one out. That's what you do when you're sad, right? You rub one out. But anyway, so yeah. This grainy footage was actually from a separate camera. There's no filters. That camera is just really that shitty. Which honestly, it worked out really is blessing in disguise because clearly it worked out really good here. And people thought I threw some kind of filter on it. It's like, no, there was no filter. That was legitimately how the footage came out from that camera. So yeah, there's my cousins right there. They're on to me. They know that I like killing kids in my movies, so naturally I cast them in there any chance I get. And they're right. I do like I like to kill them, and they realize why they're there. So, and it's free labor because they're children. There's a man. Got a Halloween thing back there. If I could do over, I would have cleared that wall off. Maybe put some nice stuff up there. Again, this was kind of a thrown together effort, and you can definitely tell that it was just tossed together. That was my son back there. He can't act. And this was shot, back when he was in his crib. He's out of the crib now. He still can't act, but I love him nonetheless. No, I knew he wouldn't be able to take direction, but I also knew that I didn't want to get him all sticky and covered in fake blood. I didn't want him, put it in his mouth or anything like that. So, didn't know what to exactly do. So I just had him kind of, as I'm filming him, he grabbed onto that crib and I was like, I'll just use his little chubby hand in this. And that was it, guys. That was my commentary for this short film. All these names up here, do yourself a credit, or do yourself a favor. Every time you see credits, read them. These people worked hard, and I appreciate everyone that, worked with me on this film right here. So I want to thank you guys all. Thank you out there for listening. And, that's it. That was the death of an aristocratic family.